What's up, Redemption family? This is Pastor Aaron, and once again, I'm going to give a pastoral encouragement. I hope that you can tell from these that I really love being a part of this church. I love this family. I love what God is doing, and I want to do what I can to encourage you. Many people right now are feeling much discouragement about what's happening across our nation. And believe me, I feel that also. I know what it is to look at our nation and understand, man, this thing seems to be falling apart. And we're hoping that the church, the evangelical church, whatever that means in our world, we're like, man, why are they not doing something? Why are they not interacting? Why aren't they saying something? And even when we use the word like they, we're disqualifying ourselves, like we're not a part of the they. And maybe you're not, and maybe I'm not. I don't even know what that means sometimes, but we can get discouraged because we're looking at big national, maybe global news. I think the Spirit of God is moving, but the reason why we're getting discouraged is because we're looking at the national scene where we see worldly systems and structures, and we're wanting Him to move in places of power rather than seeing that He's moving in humble places. That sounds like the kingdom. That sounds like where God goes, to the humble places. The other thing I want you to think about is we want Him to move loudly. We want Him to scream loudly at us so we don't miss it. But we often miss it even when He's screaming loudly. But what if He wants to whisper to us? That's going to have to cause us to get away from the noise. There's some things He wants to whisper. We would rather Him come as a king or kind of in a position of privilege so He could make rules and laws and set things in order, but He comes as a baby. We wish He would move on the rich so they could use their money to change things, but instead He comes to the poor. We want Him to come to the proud, those who seem to have power, but He comes to the humble. So what if you wanted to see the Spirit moving meant not that you could look at the national scene and see it, but that you got to press into the local? You've got to go to the places where the humble, the broken, the people of God are at and see His Spirit at work. And I can see that in us. I can see it in us. You could talk about the Big C church and kind of go, yeah, but the church globally is not having a move of the Spirit. And you could talk about them out there. But my question is, are you pressing in to the local places, the quiet places, the humble places, and see where the Spirit is at work? And if you're saying, no, I don't see it, I can't find it in the church, I'm telling you, I can. I can see the Spirit of God working, and you're saying, well, I don't see it, and I go to the same church as you do. Maybe you're not looking in the right places. Maybe you're not slowing down enough or looking where the Spirit is at and wanting to be present there. I think sometimes we can get caught up in the battles of this world, trying to fight them in the same way everybody else is. Who can have the most power, the most wealth, the most privilege, who can control everything? And I think this invitation for us is, where's the Spirit at work? How can I humble myself and go join in with His work? The Spirit is moving. And I want to affirm that in you because I've seen Him working in us. I've seen Him, as we're gathering back together, start to move in the hearts of people. I've seen Him in the hearts and minds and eyes of His people. I've seen Him as we come together and start worshiping and singing together. I've seen him as he's changing lives and relieving our anxieties and bringing his peace. I've seen him at work, and I continue to see him at work, and I'm thankful that he allows me to see him. Some of this is us recognizing where God is working. Church, he is at work. His Spirit is moving. So let's recognize it. Let's look for him. Let's follow him. Instead of going after the things that maybe impress us, let's go after the things of the kingdom. Instead of going after the things that are loud, let's go after the things that may be humble and quiet. Instead of going after the things that seem like they are rich, what if you go after the places that in the kingdom are rich, and finding amongst the poor there's riches? Let's let the Spirit of God blow where he wishes. Let's follow him, his leading. So thankful to be a part of this family. I pray this encourages you. God bless you, fam. We'll see you this weekend.